old guy in Colorado. Doodah. Hey everybody, old guy is here. Homages to the Mrs. Old Guy. I'm gonna make some cinnamon rolls. Outstanding. Come on over, Mrs. Old Guy. This is pretty much your basic cinnamon roll, or not cinnamon roll, but sweet roll dough recipe. There's nothing fancy or anything about it. It's a pretty common recipe. I've got half a cup of water and half a cup of scalded milk. That's going in with the equivalent of 1 pack of yeast, which is 2 1/4 teaspoons. So I got 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast there. There's my milk and water. Like I said, the milk was scalded, and then I cooled it down a little bit with the water to get that right temperature. And I've got a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to throw that in. I've also got a 1/3 cup of sugar. Okay, and I'm just going to give that a quick mix. I'm going to give that 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm going to start adding the rest of the stuff, so I'll be right back. Let's move on now to the next part. I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of melted butter. 1 whole egg. Okay, and I've got 3 1/2 cups of flour here. I'm going to sift it out really super quick. I don't always sift flour, but when I'm doing cinnamon rolls and raised donuts, I just think they turn out a little bit better. Alright, let's see here. Put my dough bag on. Start feeding this in. This is going to mix just like any other dough. So after it's been mixing for a few minutes, we'll come back, we'll take a look at it, and go from there. Dough. That is beautiful. It's been running for about 10 minutes. You want to give it a while mixing so that the gluten comes out. See how that's stretching out. That's what you want. Alright, so I'm going to cover this with some plastic, let it double in size, and then we'll go on. Alright, look at that. Nicely doubled. So I'm going to just kind of push this down. I'm not really punching it, I guess. I'm just kind of push it down. And I'm just going to leave it in the bowl for a minute. And we're going to get together the cinnamon roll filling. It's not just your sprinkle of cinnamon and sugar. We're going to go a step beyond that. We'll be back. Okay, now to make the cinnamon roll filling. Mrs. Old Guy, come on down here. I've got a stick of butter that's pretty well melted, but it's not so melted that it breaks into oil. Okay. I've got a packed cup of brown sugar. Get that rusted in there. 1/3 cup of flour. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 3 tablespoons of cinnamon. Get this mixed up, and this will make the cinnamon roll filling. Now, you want to keep this pretty much at room temperature. I have it in a glass bowl so that if it gets too firm before I get my dough ready, I can put it over some steam and warm it back up and get it soft again. You want it easy to spread. Alright, So let's get the dough ready and make some cinnamon rolls. Dough's rolled out. This is old guy, come on down. This is roughly 20 by 12, maybe a little bigger, maybe a little longer, but around there. There's our filling. Let's get that out of here. I want to use every bit of it. You want to have kind of a light touch when you're spreading this out so you don't wreck your dough, but see, it spreads out all right. So I'm going to get this done, and when I do, we'll show you what it looks like. That's pretty well spread out. It's even for the most part. You just want to make sure that you get it most of the way covered. I came back into the edge a little bit. I could spread it out just a bit more, I suppose. But I'm sure you see where we're at with that. Okay, as a matter of fact, I'll be back. I really want to take it to the edge a little more. I got to take it to the limit one more time. Okay, I like that better. So we're just going to give it the old cinnamon roll. Well, looks pretty good. I like to give the ends this kind of a push and tuck a little bit. Okay, cut these. Now, this is where it's your preference. I like a big, thick cinnamon roll. Some people like them a little smaller. So I'm going to cut these into roughly inch to an inch and a half. Alright, I've got a big pizza pan here. That's why I was saying, depending on what you have, it might take you 1 or 2 pans. I'm just going to start in the center. Just start circling out. But when I get them all in there, I'll be back. Alright, so there's a dozen there. Now is another waiting game. We got to let these double in size again. So I'll cover it and I'll wait that forever. And I'll show you what they look like when they're there. These have risen and they're ready to go into the 350 oven. Mrs. Old Guy, let's give them a look. Look at that. Yummy, and they smell delicious already. Okay, into the oven they go. Okay, while these yummy cinnamon rolls are baking, I'm going to get some frosting ready for a glaze. I've got a heaping cup of powdered sugar here. Got about a half a teaspoon of vanilla. I got some milk in here. I'm just going to add it a little bit at a time until I get what I want. Kind of like I did with the, what was I just did this on, Mrs. Old Guy, where I mix it in a little at a time, on the eclairs. Until I get the thickness I want. Hear the puppies in the background. Alright, we're almost there. Oh, let's folks say hi to Polly. Look up, Polly girl. Hi, little girl. Little Polly.
Sweet little mama.
Sweet Polly purebred.
She thinks she wants some cinnamon roll.
She does. Okay, that looks good. And that'll drizzle on really nice. So, that last little bit of milk. Alright, so we'll see when we're pulling them out. We'll be back. I hear beeping. These are ready. Oh yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. And you notice how the filling has stayed in place. These are going to be soft and moist. Ah, they're so good. Now, drizzle some of this icing on here. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. We're going to get these all covered and iced, and then we'll get them on the plate and we'll see how good these babies are.
Oh yeah, right now, when I saw that butter melting on your top, ooh, oh, I knew you'd be so good, so good. Baby, so soft and warm. I can't wait for your sweet kiss to reach my lips. Baby now, baby now, baby now. Gotta taste so good. Yeah, I enwrapped you in a beauty. That's right. You tasted so good. I love you.
Oh man. These are so good. I just can't help it. So moist. Look at that. Oh man. That is so good. Well, I hope this made you want some cinnamon rolls. These are really, really good. It just takes a little patience for them to rise. And for these, I let them raise 3 times. And there's nothing wrong with that. The more times you raise them, I think, on that 3rd raise, you get a better texture and a better pull when you eat them. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.